All right, the Reddit discussion forum continues to grow. There is a ton of show content now coming from the Reddit discussion forum, from you, people in the audience. You can check it out at davidpakman.com/Reddit. As I mentioned, we had nearly 3 times the prior number of page views on the Reddit discussion forum in November. November bested the prior single month record for page views on the Reddit discussion forum by nearly 3x. We also have around 2,100 David Pakman Show viewers and listeners on the Reddit discussion forum. Let's look at some of the interesting discussions that have started at davidpakman.com/Reddit. There's one post called Current David, and it's an entire discussion about the ways in which I've changed my approach to the show after the election. And some people saying David has gone way left after the election of Donald Trump. Others saying, well, no, David just now recognizes the importance of progressive activism. Others saying David's gone completely off the deep end, which is never too far behind when you're having any discussion of the David Pakman Show. Very interesting conversation about what I've been doing politically since November 8th. Another discussion from our Reddit discussion forum about this progressive action coordinator and people putting up a lot of different ideas about how the progressive engagement coordinator, that is one of the goals of the current Indiegogo campaign at davidpakman.com/donate, could actually be organized, what the tasks would be and how it would be most effective. Very interesting. I'm looking at it closely because I think there's really good ideas there. Another discussion from our Reddit discussion forum, examining the most compelling Pizzagate evidence. And it is a very extensive post about the so-called evidence involved in the Pizzagate conspiracy theory. I keep going back and forth about whether we are going to do an investigation or a larger analysis into Pizzagate or whether we are going to leave it be. I know that if you look at our Reddit discussion forum, there's a lot of people who want a major analysis. Another discussion from Reddit, David, don't cover Pizzagate. And this is another sentiment that is on the Reddit discussion forum, which is there's the people who say you've got to cover Pizzagate, David. And then there are people who say, David, you're attracting conspiracy nuts to the David Pakman Show subreddit by even mentioning it. Please don't talk about it anymore. And lastly, from the Reddit discussion forum at davidpakman.com/Reddit, quick note regarding the new phone call-in system. Yes, we are aware that there are still some glitches to work out. This was a very extensive post from Brody Mulligan, who wrote that it's great that we now have a queue to put callers on hold, but that it's hard to tell when I've actually put a particular caller on. This is because you used to hear hold music until I put you on, but now you hear other callers talking to me until I put you on. It's a work in progress, Pat. What I know is that the call system we have today is orders of magnitude better than the one we had 2 months ago.
Yeah, it's much better to pick from a list of people than having them call, and then their call may drop before we actually get to them.
Now there's no more busy signal, which I think is also one of the best things about the new call-in system. So yes, it is still a work in progress. There will be some improvements made over the weekend. Please subscribe to the Reddit discussion forum. A lot of great conversation there. davidpakman.com/Reddit.